Alafia and blessings. Oh, praise be to Oko, spring has returned. I wanted to talk to you today about some of the things I do during spring. One of the first things I do is I start my planting. And one of the things that I use to start my planting is a stick that I made. Now, I took a stick, carved it down to where it has sort of a little bit of a point at the end, probably about 2 inches, so I could basically put it into the earth and then put my seed. Now, on the stick, I decorated it so it would be a tool just used for myself. I recommend, if you are doing very ritual planting, that you create something like this. I put some runes that are significant to me. I put the male and female symbol. I also put the alchemic elements. On one side I put a tree in the sun, and on the other side I put a tree that is bare in the moon. See? Let it get a little closer so you can see it. Now, I use this as not only as to plant, but also for meditation. I think it's very important when you're putting stuff to grow into the earth to become part of it, to make it sort of like a ritual thing, not only emotionally but spiritually as well. One of my other favorite tools is one that the fabled phoenix and jewels of the moon made me. Most people use a bowline, and this is what I use as a bowline. It is basically a cutter for linoleum. Why? Because cutting for linoleum, you need a very sharp blade. And this is a very sharp blade that can help me cut herbs and to also thin out other plants around it. I really enjoy this because not only is it a sharp blade, and I do like my sharp blades, but I also like it because it was made for me by the fabled phoenix and jewels of the moon. They also made me a little sheath to go with it, so I can carry it when I am out in the field. The other thing I want to talk today about is guerrilla gardening. I am a little bit of a rebel, and I use this stick in part of my rebellion. It is sort of the plant lightsaber. Guerrilla gardening is planting herb plants and vegetable plants where people who will not have access will have access to them. A lot of people don't like guerrilla gardening because you're planting plants where they're not supposed to be. But I think that it is necessary to do guerrilla gardening to give everybody access to food and everybody access to fresh vegetables. So one thing I do, I carry this in my bag with a little box of seeds. I usually mix them up. I'll have some tomatoes, some string beans, some different seeds that can grow very easily on their own. And I carry them usually in an Altoid tin. So if I find some dirt or soil that is not being used, I'll basically open it up, use my stick it in, drop a seed, and then cover it up. During the summer and late spring, I'll go around to check it out a little bit, make sure that it's doing well, and just let nature take its course. See if other people need it, see if people are taking stuff, And hopefully that this food can go to people who really need it. To anybody who sees it and is like, oh, fresh tomatoes, oh, fresh string beans. You know, it is a great thing. It makes me feel good. It makes me know that people are getting fresh vegetables and fresh produce. So I recommend it to you. Go out and try some guerrilla gardening this spring. Make a stick that is yours. Make it your own ritual tool. And go out and try it. Blessings on you. Blessings on your house. Ase, Papa O.